I'm currently sitting in one of my dream cars right now, and I'm not saying that to flex, or I'm not saying that to be seem cooler or whatever. I need you guys to understand that your external reality is just a reflection of your state of being and your identity. Your external reality is a reflection of your state of being and your identity. If your life is not looking how you want it to look, if you always are procrastinating or something, you know you need to get something done, you know you have ideas you got to get done, but you're not doing it. It does not have to do with anything outside yourself. It has to do with how you see yourself in the mirror. At the age of 19 years old, I was able to get almost every single thing that I ever wanted. I'm not even gonna say almost, I got every single thing that I wanted. From the car, currently sitting in it. The last two videos, my lights keep falling and stuff like that. I was able to get it, right? I'm currently sitting in my apartment complex parking deck right now, right? I got the apartment already, right? And we're just gonna keep getting more and more, and I'm gonna continue winning and winning and winning and winning, because I understood that, hey, it doesn't come down to luck. It doesn't come down to necessarily the work that I put in. It comes down to how I view myself. It comes down to who I see in the mirror when I look at myself, right? A lot of people hate on cocky people. I'm not telling you guys to be cocky, but what I do need from you guys is to be a little bit overly confident. People hate so much on people who are overly confident. People who have a little bit of ego to themselves. So many people hate on them, but why do they keep winning? I don't know if y'all pay attention when y'all watch these movies, superhero movies. The villain always get what he wants. The hero never do. The villain always get what he wants, and the hero never do. Let's look at every movie. Batman's sad as hell. Every single villain always get what they want. Why? Because they have a little bit of ego in them, right? They got a little bit of too much selfishness in them. And a lot of the times, that is what a lot of people lack. Your identity, how you see yourself in the mirror, is literally playing along everything. Wake up, you know you have something to do. Here you are, you're procrastinating, right? And then after you procrastinate, you get mad at yourself for procrastinating. What's going on there? You just don't see yourself as somebody who gets shit done. Okay, that probably went over some people's head. I want to break it down even more. You're sitting in your couch right now. You know you need to go to the gym. It's in your head. I need to go hit the gym right now. I have to go hit the gym. I need to go to the gym. Okay, one more minute. Okay, I'm gonna go drink this real quick. Oh, let me eat a little meal before I go to the gym real quick, right? You don't see yourself as somebody who may value their health, right? You don't see yourself as somebody who gets shit done, once again. You may even see yourself as a procrastinator. Once again, your life is slowly based on how you see yourself. One thing that I don't like about people who are a little bit consciously aware is the aspect of them, when they understand what the problem is, they still identify with that version of themselves. How many of y'all have ever heard of the, fear of being seen? Right? People be like, oh damn bro, I have a fear of being seen. So you're telling me you know you have a fear of being seen, but you still choose to see yourself as somebody who has a what? You know you have found the aspect of you that you need to change, but you still want to identify with it. Oh, I have a fear of being seen. But you know what? Yeah, I just have a fear of being seen, bro. Oh, I want to film a video, but I have a fear of being seen, bro. The reason why you're not able to do it is because you still see yourself as the aspect of you that has a fear of being seen. Why? Because if you started thinking, I don't have a fear of being seen, or better yet, if you started saying, I don't give a fuck about being seen, the aspect of you who thinks I have a version of me being seen, or I have a fear of being seen, falls apart. It dissolves, right? Fuck. You are literally brainwashing yourself every single day with your thoughts. You wake up, oh, I don't know, today's not gonna be a good day. Oh, you wake up, you procrastinate. Oh my gosh, I'm such a procrastinator. I was supposed to do that. Now you procrastinated already. That's already L number one. L number two, you're calling yourself a procrastinator, right? Meaning that if you already call yourself a procrastinator, when you look at your to-do list, you're gonna be like, damn bro, I don't know if I'm gonna get this shit done. I'm a procrastinator, man. I ain't gonna lie. Therefore, you're gonna procrastinate. I literally understood this, and I started to understand in my life, yo, I need to change specific versions of myself. I need to change certain aspects of myself. I need to change my whole entire self-image. Once I understood that, I was like, I need to change my self-image, right? So many of us get brainwashed negatively. So many people get brainwashed negatively. You're probably watching this video like, damn bro, he's right, I need to change. Here you are brainwashing yourself to be the type of person who needs to change. Why don't you just be the change? Why don't you just change? If you change, you wouldn't need to change, right? Because you would be being the change, so therefore you just be doing. I need to lock in. How many of you guys have ever said that? I need to lock in, man. I just need to lock in. You saying I need to lock in, you look at yourself in the mirror as somebody who is not locked in yet. Do you understand that? When you look at yourself in the mirror, you say, damn, bro, I need to lock in, man. You are saying to yourself, hey, I'm not locked in yet, right? So even if you start doing things, right? You start doing things to better yourself. If you still have that I need to lock in mindset, even while you do the things, you're still going to think you're not doing the things. And then this is when you self-sabotage, etc. I wasn't the best in school, right? I never really cared about school. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. For all my scholars out there, keep doing what you're doing. I was never good at school. Around like 18, right when I graduated, and I'm doing this YouTube thing, and I'm like, damn, why is it so much work to edit? Like, like it's taking so much. Like, I just don't feel like doing it. There's so much resistance. I started to look, and I'm like, hold on, look at yourself back in high school, right? Like when you were in school, what type of person were you? Like, even with school, like, you weren't consistent, right? You weren't consistent in school. You would get A's here, F, 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 A, F, F, F. And I noticed this one thing about myself. I had a identity of myself where it was like, I would lock in when I needed to, but if I didn't need to for real, I just won't, right? Like, I would have this thing where like, it would almost be like, okay, I'm locked in. Then I'll just be like, I'll just let go. Shit fall apart. Then I gotta lock in again. And I started to see that, and I correlated that. I was like, damn, I just don't see myself as a consistent person, man. I don't see myself as a consistent person. At that time, I didn't see myself as a consistent person. And just off of knowing that, I told myself from that day, I am a consistent person. I literally remember going 2-3 days without sleeping, eyes bloodshot red, like bloodshot red, editing YouTube videos, right? And then I'll even go to the gym. I'll still try to eat as healthy as possible, because once I realized that, bro, I wasn't being a consistent person, a consistent version of myself, right? I saw myself as inconsistent. My job was to literally prove to myself that I was consistent. And I literally did that. I proved to myself that I was consistent, right? Just off of knowing that. And then literally throughout that whole entire time, my YouTube channel ended up blowing up, right? Later I ended up moving out, etc., etc., etc. As a man think it, so is he. I believe that's how you say it. It's not the to-do list, bro. It's who you see yourself as, right? If you still see yourself as a broke person, if you still see yourself as broke, I don't care what kind of business you start. I don't care how much money you make. You will lose that money because you see yourself as a broke person. And your reality will always prove to you who you're being. I've said this in so many different videos, right? We're literally magnets. So based on who I see myself as, I start acting a specific way, as well as the reality is I'm attracting certain things to me. Every single one of you guys that's been watching these videos and stuff, one thing that I know is that watching these videos shifted your mindset, and I know your reality ended up shifting, right? Any of you guys in here, drop in the comments down below. Tell me some crazy things that's happened that you're just like, what the fuck, right? You're in this new energy. You're being a new version of yourself, and that's actually my goal with this channel, bro. I want to genuinely shift a lot of people. How do you have to see yourself? How do you have to feel to be the best version of yourself? To be the most successful version of yourself, right? What do you have to let go of? Oh, I'm a procrastinator. You're no longer a procrastinator. You're somebody who gets stuff done. And when you start saying that and thinking that way, you will start getting stuff done. Because your mind is a computer, man, right? Your mind is a computer. Your mind is damn near not real. This shit is like a tape. It's an audio tape. We identify so much with our thoughts. Your thoughts will be like, oh, I'm a loser. And you just believe it. But then when your thoughts say, oh, jump off that building, you don't do it, right? Therefore, you have a choice. You have a choice. Intrusive thoughts come all the time, y'all. Why can't a negative thought of something like, oh, I'm a loser, oh, I'm a procrastinator, why don't you think that's an intrusive thought? Why don't you think that's an intrusive thought? But when your mind is like, oh, bro, I dare you to jump off the building, you're like, man, that's just intrusive thoughts, man. You want to say that's an intrusive thought, but when your mind be like, I'm a loser, now you be like, oh, I'm negatively talking to myself. Why can't that just be an intrusive thought? Once again, it's because of how you see yourself. See, you see yourself as a loser. Stop. You're not. Simple. You see yourself as somebody who can't do it. Stop, you're not. You see yourself as somebody who procrastinates on, you're not no more. After watching this video, none of you guys are. Right? You're somebody that gets stuff done. You're somebody that cares about your life. Right? If you need to change something, you're somebody who is changing your life. Right? If you're slowly changing your life, but you don't know what's going on, you are somebody who believes they can change their life. It can get so much deeper. Right? This is why cocky people always win. There's this video of Kanye, if I can find it, I'll put it on here. But he said something like, what his supporters see and what people see on the outside world, you know, when he accomplished something, in his mind, he accomplished it times 10. So really he failed.
I always think I'm gonna do way better than I really do. Like, so any type of success that you saw me have, it's way under what I was expecting.
You start understanding why he was able to do such talented and such like amazing thing. Think about money, right? Every time you think about money, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make that shit. Damn, I don't know. Is people really gonna buy that? That one right there. Is people really gonna buy this business that I'm starting? You think there's not enough money out there. You think there's not enough of money for you out there. So now we need to shift it. No, people are gonna buy it. People always buy my stuff. Right? You need to become the version of you that people always buy stuff from. Because when you become that, one, you're gonna be more consistent. That's number one, right? You're gonna be more consistent. And number two, when you do things, you're even gonna be more excited and you're also gonna think better on doing those things. To me, procrastination is not necessarily like a thing. I feel like we always procrastinate because of a deeper reason. So basically what I'm saying is a lot of people aren't lazy. You know, a lot of people get slowed down by their thoughts. You get slowed down by your thoughts. You get slowed down by the version of you think you are. So therefore you don't do it. That's the only reason people procrastinate. You're slowed down by how you see yourself. So therefore you don't do it. Okay, going to the gym. Why are you procrastinating on going to the gym? You probably see yourself as somebody who don't get shit done. You see yourself as somebody who don't do the things that they said they were gonna do. So therefore, it's not that you're lazy on going to the gym. It's just that aspect of you who see yourself that way isn't gonna do it. Because who you're being is always gonna reflect in your reality, right? Thoughts lead to action. So the way I'm thinking is gonna lead to how I act, therefore it's gonna lead to results. You need to embody that version of you. Hey, when it's time to turn the camera on, I don't need you to procrastinate. Oh, I don't know how this video gonna do. Stop. If you were the best YouTuber, what would you do? If you were the best artist, what would you do? If you were your best self, what would you do? Oh, you're procrastinating on going to the gym? I'm my best self. What would my best self do right here? My best self wouldn't even think about procrastinating. He'll get the fuck up and do it. And even if he is procrastinating in that moment, I know my best self, if he was procrastinating, he would still get up and do it. If my best self was tired, he would still get up and do it. See, that's another thing. A lot of people think like their best version of their self is like this God being that just floats in the air and gets shit done 24/7. Cap. That's part of evolution too. That's part of like growing, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not always gonna be the best, right? When you start walking, or when you're about to start walking, you crawl. Then you walk, you fall. Then you start walking. Sooner or later, you running. Sooner or later, you in high school and they force you to run a mile, right? Sooner or later, you racing your friends in the backyard, right? So it's all about evolution. How far are you going to be able to elevate? One thing I started to do right when I graduated high school, and I got a little bit of time to myself, right? We had quarantine and stuff like that, and I wanted to start business and stuff. I just started to I literally started to only watch people who were where I wanted to be at. And I think quarantine helped me so much because we're in lockdown, you know, I'm not seeing my friends, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really talking to my friends at that time. So many parts of me was just shedding, right? Like I started to brainwash myself with new things, right? Seeing somebody succeed at a young age. That was the biggest thing I kept watching. I would watch people like my age literally succeed. So right in my head already, I'm like, I'm watching you every single day. You're succeeding. You're the same age as me. You look like me. Hey, it's a matter of time for me to do it, right? I'm already like, it's a matter of time for me to do it. I'm gonna do it. We're the same age. I'm reading new things. I'm learning new things. That's literally what kickstarted my success journey, y'all. Just due to the fact that we got put in quarantine, and I just started to be a little curious, like, how's this dude my age doing this? Then it started manifesting out. I started meeting these people, right? Once I start meeting these people in real life, I'm seeing a correlation like, hold on, man. Like, I done shifted my identity. I done shifted who I am. I went from watching you to now me talking to you, and now I got your number. Once I started to understand that, I was like, oh yeah, it's game over. It's game over now, right? Like I said, I know so many of you guys watching my videos and stuff like that, something you guys are noticing is your reality is shifting. Why is that? You are changing the version of yourself you are. You're starting to understand that, hey, reality don't just happen, right? It happens internally. And due to the fact that you realize that little thing, you shifted your identity to being the type of version who see things like that, therefore you see it more. And I know a lot of you guys are seeing that based on watching my videos now. And that was one of the biggest things that I want to do, right? Being able to shift people's mindset, right? Just like I said. But like I said, it's not your external reality. What are you brainwashing yourself to be every single day? But I need you to start becoming the version of you who's already in that desired reality. Brainwash yourself to see yourself that way every single day, whether it's looking at yourself in the mirror and saying it to yourself, whether it's closing your eyes and meditating and seeing yourself that way. At the end of the day, you need to start embodying that version of yourself. You've been embodying a version of yourself that you don't want to be anymore, right? Like that version of yourself is expired, right? It's like you're drinking expired milk, bro. You're not gonna feel good with it. It's expired. It needs to die, right? This is why you keep looking for more. This is why you have no drive. The version of you are needs to die. That's it. You just need a little shift, right? What happens when we stay in an area for so long? What happens when you stay in your hometown for so long? Oh, I need to take a trip, man. I'm getting tired. I need to take a trip. You need to see something new. So the version of you that you're being, bro, it's delayed. It's expired, man. Stop staying in this reality. Stop staying in that version of yourself. Switch it. I need a 360. You're no longer a procrastinator. From now, I'm the best. I get shit done, right? When you wake up tomorrow, today's gonna be a perfect day. Oh, I'm not waking up tomorrow thinking, oh, I don't know. Today's gonna be the best day ever. Tomorrow you wake up, today's gonna be the best day ever, right? Because the version of you you're being right now is delayed, man. You want something new. Be something new. Become. Be, and then it'll come. That sounds crazy. But y'all get what I'm saying. At 18 years old, 17 years old, I was already making $24,000, $25,000 per month in my parents' crib without them knowing. Just because I was watching people that at my age doing it. They had nothing. I had nothing special, you guys. I told y'all this, man. I'm from West Africa, Cameroon, bro. I'm really from the slums, man. Right? I graduated high school with like barely two point something GPA. Right? I ain't even do the work. But I started to brainwash myself at such a young age, seeing these people my age do well. Right? I just saw somebody my age do well. I started to just watch that. It started to like alter my reality. I started to test different things. All of a sudden, here I am making $25,000 per month in my parents' crib. You guys can scroll down and see all these videos. It's down there, yeah. Like, I'm not one of these people who talk about my success stories and I'm like, I just popped up out of nowhere and made a bunch of fake stories. No, go on my videos, go on my YouTube channel, click oldest, go all the way down. You're gonna see all the videos. I'm in my parents' crib making $25,000 a month. They don't even know I'm filming YouTube videos. They don't know I have a clothing brand making so much money. I'm literally sneaking around orders in the house, packing it upstairs, locking my room, shipping it out. I'm doing all this, right? Just because I just was curious a little bit. I started seeing people like my age. I started seeing people succeed. And I just started getting curious. Like I said, it's during quarantine. So you're already curious, right? Like, I know how we was during quarantine. I'm just curious. Long story short, I started to get a little bit attached to that, to things like that, right? And once I did, it shifted my whole entire reality. It shifted who I saw myself as, right? I started to see myself like these people because I was watching them so much. What happens when you hang around 4 millionaires? You become the fit, right? What happens when you hang around that goofy friend you have? You become the next goofy. So that's all happened. I just ended up becoming the next success, right? In that aspect of things. Just off of that. So I need you to understand, how are you brainwashing yourself every single day? What is your mental chatter every single day, right? Pay attention. Because what you're repeating to yourself, what you're consistently like thinking, you're actually brainwashing yourself 24/7, right? We always have, like I said, a lot of people have negative thoughts. And they keep identifying with them negative thoughts. Oh, I'm a procrastinator. oh, I can't do it. The perfect one I gave was, I have a fear of being seen. How do you know you have a fear of being seen, but you're still saying you have a fear of being seen? Just due to the fact that you said, I have a fear of being seen, it's keeping you having the fear of being seen, right? How many of you guys be like, oh, I'm shy? The only reason you're shy is because you keep saying you're shy. If you start saying I'm confident, sooner or later, there's gonna be a shift. It's not change your reality to then change who you are. No. I have to change who I am for my reality to change. The reality is operating based on me. If I think I'm broke, the world gonna think I'm broke. If I think I'm a loser, the world gonna think I'm a loser. If I think I can't do it, the world is gonna keep showing me more and more reasons why I can't do it. Go scientific. There's something called a reticular activated system. I don't know if I said that right. It's kind of hard to say. This is the thing that kind of pulls things. This is the thing that it's kind of like I like to say the placebo effect, right? It like reflect things. So perfect example, this is scientific. We can talk about it consciously, spiritually, and then scientifically, right? Scientifically, you keep seeing a car, you say you want this car, and then now you start keep seeing it over and over and over. That is a reticular activated system. It's like your mind start looking for it, right? Your mind start looking for it. So right now, if I say, find the color blue, you're probably like, looking for blue. I'm looking for blue right now. Where's blue at? I don't see no blue. I need to find blue. Found blue, right? Like, that's what the reticular activated system is. So when you start thinking or saying specific things to yourself, you need to understand scientifically. I'm saying this from a scientific version, right? I already explained it like spiritual and stuff. Scientifically, this reticular activated system is on go. What happens when you say you shy around a whole bunch of people? You start looking at their eyes. Are they looking at me weird? You start looking around. Is he looking at me weird? Does he think I'm weird? Your brain is searching for it. What if you did that in a positive way? What if you start to do it in a positive way? What if, right? What if you start to say, instead of the negative way, yo, I'm confident. I'm the best. Your brain will start looking for more reasons to prove that you're the best. I promise you start doing it. Wake up every single day. We do it. We do it every single day. I don't know why I just said start doing it. You do it every day. When you wake up, you say it's gonna be a bad day. What happens? Oh my God, I spilled the coffee. Oh, bro, almost crashed into me out going to work. Oh my God, like when you say it's gonna be a good day, what happens? Random person, yo, I like your shirt. You be like, damn, the day's starting great today. You know what I'm saying? You cook your good meal. When you eat it, you enjoy it, right? You go to the gym right when you're done with the gym. You like, I feel it. Like you may not even look the best. You just like, damn, that was a good workout. Right? We do it all the time. Your brain is always trying to prove something. I must end this video off with this. Who are you being? What is your identity? How do you see yourself? When you look at yourself in the mirror, who do you see? Not who do you see physically. Who are you embodying when it comes down to your dreams? Who are you embodying when it comes down to all these ideas you have in your mind that you know you need to start attacking?
All right, you guys, my camera just died, so I just had to grab my phone and finish this video. But I wanted to end this video with a little bit of vulnerability, man. I want to say that I need you guys to understand that everything is a process as well, right? So when I tell you guys to shift yourself and change who you're being and stuff like that, it is a process. The reason why I'm saying that is, bro, first off, I want to appreciate you guys for 70,000 subscribers, man. It took me so much to start filming videos of me just yapping and talking. Like I said before, like I used to just make straight up business videos, etc. So like from shifting, and I always had this mindset that I'm telling you guys, like I always talked about in my business videos and stuff. If you know, familiar with my channel, you know that. Damn, my car dirty as hell. What the fuck? But like I was saying, like I always, used to talk about stuff like this. So it still took me a little bit to be able to shift and start talking about stuff like this on camera. I talked about this with my friends, my family 24/7. I've always been the dude that people call up and be like, yo, what you think of this? Am I tripping here? But I just couldn't do it on camera, and I had to shift that part. I keep slacking all block, bro. It's a journey. At some point, you are just gonna have to do it though. But it is a journey. You could do it. It's super simple, but it is a journey. And I just wanted to say that because I had to go through that as well, and I'm still going through it every single day, right? That's how we elevate every single day. So I don't want to be like this picture perfect dude ever, right? Like that's not the type of person I am. So yeah, I did want to say that. I've been asked for consultations and stuff like that. So I did make a little link. If you guys are interested in doing that, we can hop on a quick little call for like an hour talking. If you need financial help, success help, anything mentally, anything that we talk about. Y'all know. Tap in with me.
We act, we behave, and we feel the vibration that we're in most of the time according to what we consider our self-image to be. And we do not deviate from that pattern. This is the one stumbling block that many people have. Now, Maltz explained that the image you hold of yourself is a premise, a base, or a foundation upon which your entire personality is built. He concluded this image not only controls your behavior, yet controls your circumstance as well. Let's let this circle, let that represent a thermostat in your home. And we take this thermostat and we set the dial to control the room temperature at 72 degrees. That is the set goal. It has a sensor in it to measure deviation from a set goal. It signals this deviation into a coordinating mechanism which then corrects the output. Let's suppose the room temperature is at 72 degrees. Someone leaves the front door open and the temperature drops quickly to 68 degrees. The sensor in the thermostat picks up that deviation. It sends a message through the electrical system in the house to the furnace. The fire's turned on, the fan's turned on, until that room temperature is brought back under control again at 72, then it cuts out. Let's look at it in another machine. We'll say this is an airplane. Well, that wasn't nice. I'll bet you couldn't draw it any better. It's quite obvious I haven't majored in art. Now, this airplane, let's suppose it leaves Pearson International Airport in Toronto, and it's going to LAX or Los Angeles in California. When the pilot leaves the vicinity of the international airport here in Toronto, the pilot sets a cybernetic mechanism. That's called an automatic pilot. Then you see the guy with the 4 stripes wandering down the plane and, how are you today, sir? You having a nice trip? Enjoying yourself, ma'am? I used to sit there and I think, why doesn't he get back in that room up front? I didn't feel particularly comfortable screaming through the sky at that height and the guy that's in charge of the ship wandering around, inquiring as to the state of my health. But I would feel much healthier if I didn't see you wandering around this plane. But it didn't make any difference. He could have come back and sat with us. That plane was under control. It had an automatic pilot, a cybernetic mechanism. Now, let's suppose that airplane got hit with some unexpected turbulence and bang, it got knocked off course. The automatic pilot would pick up the deviation from the set goal. If it didn't, this thing might end up somewhere down around Juarez, Mexico. It signals a message through the electrical system in the airplane. The wings are changed. The engine thrust is changed, and that plane is brought right back under control again. Now come down and take a look at these two people. This person has an image in their mind. Let's suppose this person's a salesperson or they're a student. Let's suppose the salesperson sells $1 million worth of their product or service every year. Or we could switch this and let's say it's a student that gets a C average. Now, this salesperson may get a real pep talk in a sales meeting or something. No understanding, just motivation, no education. They get all wound up and they go out and in a week they write $350,000 worth of business. Their self-image picks up the deviation from the set goal, sends it into a coordinating mechanism, the nervous system. A signal is sent and the behavioral patterns will change and that person will quit selling until they're back on course again. Now they may go through a period where they write nothing for a month. Self-image picks up that information, sends a message through the nervous system, the behavioral patterns will change, they'll get up and they'll start selling again. But at the end of the year, they still have written $1 million worth of business. People very rarely deviate from their set objective. They're locked into a habit pattern. Let's suppose it's a student that's getting a C average. They bring the report card home, parents turn the heat up, turn the TV off, bicycle goes, girlfriends, boyfriends are out of the picture. really put the pressure on the kid, the marks shoot up and they get 100% on a test. Self-image picks up that information, sends a message to the nervous system, the behavioral patterns will change, and pretty soon that child's back on course again. What's causing the problem? It's this image in here. That's what it is. That's not what they want to be, but that's what they are.
Are you running? Are you gonna? Are you so grown now? Trying to